Are you looking for a warm season sleeping bag or a sleeping bag for the World Cup? Because all the hotels do not have any space to accommodate. You've come to the right place. Note, not all sleeping bags are created equal. So let's get into it. As you can see, this one right here has a 45-degree Fahrenheit. That means you can use this going down to this temperature before it will not protect your life, essentially, where you could actually freeze to death. So there are summer sleeping bags and there's also winter sleeping bags. Make sure that you look at the degree and you get the rating that's recommended for the area you will be in. As you can see, this is in the storage container it comes with. If you're going to use this, this is right now in storage mode. This particular one you can actually stuff down. Let me do it really quick for you. Now it's in storage mode. Look how much smaller it is. I am not sponsored by any company. This isn't a paid sponsorship. This will fit really nicely in your backpack if you're doing some kind of backpacking, or I guess even if you just need to save space. So when you're not using a sleeping bag and it has this kind of storage space, make sure that you keep it in storage mode. When you keep it in storage mode, it will protect the bag. If you keep it compressed, even if it's a winter bag, and you keep it compressed, it will actually destroy it. So make sure that you use the storage bag when you're not using the sleeping bag, because sleeping bags are very expensive. So let's open it up and get into this one summer bag. I'm not sure if they sell this exact model anymore, but it's a good one. I've been very happy with it. Obviously, a summer bag is going to have a lot less material in it, so you're not going to be sweating to death. The last thing you want to do is buy a winter bag. If you're camping out in a tent, let's just say for the Atlanta World Cup, and you're outside camping, you don't want to be sweating to death. Most sleeping bags have these kind of little hoods, so if it gets cold at night, you can kind of get in here. And this is called a mummy bag. This one opens up, where you can open it up. So if it's really hot in the summer, you can open up and keep this open and get some ventilation, which most people would do. And this one is actually called a regular. So regular has to do with the length. So they have different sleeping bags. Well, all sleeping bags have regular, then they have long. You want to make sure that you understand how long the sleeping bag is, that it's according to how tall you. So we talked about one, make sure to get a summer bag over a winter bag, and two would be the length of the bag. So, right, remember that you want to check the degrees. So there's 0-degree bags, so that's going to be a winter bag. Even though 45 is cold, don't get confused. This is not a winter bag. This is going down to 45 degrees when it will safely protect you from the elements. Another cool thing about this bag and why I got it, it doubles as a blanket. So let's say that it's really warm outside, and when you're actually in here, you have double the insulation on the bottom, and when you close it and zip it up, you're essentially wrapped in there like a giant burrito. So what's really cool is when it's hot out, or even if you use it inside a house, you can unzip this. It's a nice feature. And some sleeping bags have this feature, and it completely opens up. So now you got a full-on blanket. And something else I want to talk about is the material that sleeping bags are made out of. If you can see, this is a down feather. Now, some sleeping bags actually have synthetic. They have synthetic insulation, which would be kind of like a Primaloft or something of that nature. I don't like pulling this stuff out, but it's okay. I stay plenty warm in here, so that's a nice feature. So that's something that I'd probably say you want if you're a really warm sleeper to get that. Now, if you're sleeping like in a national park or something, you'll probably be zipping it up. So let me just get this zipped up really quick. Another thing to consider when you're buying a sleeping bag, and if you're going to be sleeping outside or even inside, is you want to be comfortable. So on the ground, you want to have a ground pad. So they make ground pads that are essentially, blow up ones, and they go under, or you could get something that's really quick and efficient. up like this. This is a smaller version. And you put it underneath. You put it underneath the bag. And you're good to go. As you can see, it only comes up for me, most of the body. This is a very lightweight ground pad, and it's really quick to deploy. When we use it, we actually use it to sit on. That's kind of our main focus when we're doing day hikes. But this is very important, so they make blow-up ones. And if you do decide to get a ground pad, you could go with something simple that's easy to, fold up. See how quickly that's it. It's deployed. You deploy it like this, and then it's just an accordion, and it goes back. Very simple and quick. And again, this isn't a paid sponsorship, so this one is a Nemo switchback. They aren't exactly that cheap, but I do recommend if you do decide to get a ground pad, because you're going to be doing multiple nights outside, either backpacking or if you're sleeping outside in a tent or under the stars in a national park or a campground for the summer 2026 World Cup, I would highly suggest getting a ground pad, but you want to have an R value that will keep you cooler. So look into that. It's really important. There's nothing worse than being really uncomfortable and too warm. A lot of ground pads are designed to insulate, so you don't have heat loss through convection on a surface. So like a cold surface at night especially. So look into that. It's really important. So yeah, let's do a quick recap. So you want to make sure that you get a summer bag, number one. Number two is the length of the bag. You want to make sure that the length of the bag is to your height. I'm around 6 feet, so this is a regular, and it should say, if you go online or in some of the stores, they should tell you what length they are, and you can technically, some of these big department stores, you can actually try them out. They actually let you, get inside of it. So again, this one is a regular. It's a summer bag, 45 degrees, and it already has a stuff sack that comes with it that you can keep it in transport mode, or if you want to keep it in storage mode. So let's go ahead and put it back in. I will note it's really important to take care of your gear, and even if you're only using it for one trip, you'll never know, you might use it again. So please make sure that you keep it in storage mode, whatever kind of sleeping bag you get. I had a close family member who actually put it in backpacking mode like this, and when that person took it out, it was flat as a pancake, and it kind of destroyed all the loft. And another thing, before I put it away, what you want to do, if you have your tent set up, or if you are going to sleep, you want to make sure that you at least put the sleeping bag out like an hour, or maybe a little bit longer beforehand, and let it kind of stretch out, and all the feathers and everything kind of spread out, and then it opens up and it puffs up a little bit. And when you're done with it, a cool thing you can do, and most people do, is you want to unzip it and you want to hang it somewhere. And a lot of sleeping bags come with these little holders. It's like this one right here. This pretty much is designed, this loop is to hang it. So you could, if you could hang it on the top of a door somehow, and you unzip everything and you let it air out, you might be kind of sweaty, or there might be some dirt you need to shake out outside first, but then let it air out for, I just say 24 hours should be pretty sufficient. So I hope this video was really informative, and that it gave you some ideas about sleeping bags for the summertime if you're in a national park, or if you are car camping, if you're backpacking on some trail out west, or globally, if you're in the Atlanta area for the 2026 World Cup, or if you're somewhere else in the United States with the need to sleep affordably because there's no housing. Just make sure that you get the right kind. I really do hope this helped you and gave you more information before you spend some money on a piece of product. Another thing before I go, make sure you buy a reputable brand of sleeping bag. I like this one because it was a lot more affordable than some of the other top tier names, but it was actually on sale. So if you can get one that's on sale, I would highly recommend that. Take care of it. It'll last forever. It'll take care of you and enjoy this summer if you're car camping or at the World Cup, or if you are staying in somebody's cabin or somebody's house for the World Cup, at their basement, if you have friends, if you have family, if you're sleeping on some campground, and yeah, or national park. But stay safe out there, and stay cool. You don't want to be too hot. I know I've heard down south it gets very hot, so this is something that you want to take into account. Or if you're actually sharing a room, a hotel room with somebody, this will be fine. You'll be nice and cool. You'll be comfortable. The only thing I would add to it would be a ground pad. I have a bad back, and sleeping on a hard ground would be pretty hard for me. So I actually use an air ground pad. It's not an air mattress, but you can buy these different air ground pads for backpacking, which they condense down really small. If you're traveling to the World Cup, you can probably put that in your piece of luggage along with this. It takes up no space, and you got a cool place to sleep, and you got an awesome piece of gear for the future, and some more memories to make. Like and subscribe, and be safe at the World Cup.